Well, in New South Wales, the past week has seen many people let their hair down in concert with regaining partial freedoms. But the party might become a bit rowdy from tomorrow as the state became the first region in the country today to reach this incredible goal of 80% double jab. Now, achieving this milestone in this once-in-a-century pandemic means so much for the state of New South Wales. It means so much for 8 million residents, but it also provides encouragement to the rest of Australia as well. From tomorrow, so much of what life was like prior to 2020 will return. Restrictions will ease, with up to 20 people permitted to visit a home, and community sport will recommence, which children in particular in desperate need of being part of a team. All premises will operate at 1 person per 4 square metre rule indoors and 1 person per 2 square metre rule outdoors. Here was the New South Wales Premier today.
Yesterday we hit, as you'd know, our 80% double dose vaccination rate here in New South Wales, and I want to thank every single person right across New South Wales for the effort that they have made in going out and getting vaccinated. That effort has ensured that we've been able to open up safely. Tomorrow will be another day where restrictions are being lifted right across New South Wales, and that could only have happened not because of the government, but because of the great support, the great efforts that people have made right across our state.
It was technically today, but who's quibbling? Dominic Perrottet understands what this means. He's one of those young, hungry politicians who wants to get things done, get the economy pumping, have families reunited, and return our lives back to normal. But internationally, this is a huge effort. To give you some idea of what New South Wales has achieved in terms of nations, only the UAE, Portugal, Malta and Singapore have eclipsed 80%. And despite Australia starting the rollout late, we're still on track quite soon to join this rare and fortunate group of nations. It's been a terribly fraught journey for so many other countries, states and territories worldwide. Now, I've always been a harsh critic of anti-vaxxers because to take a vaccination is a great benefit, but a significant sacrifice. Vaccines are never 100% effective and never without side effects. But if you're a team player, you accept a vaccine for the protection of yourself, the safety of those you love, and even the safety of perfect strangers who you share the community with. New South Wales residents should be exceptionally proud of what has been done and what Team New South Wales has done together to reassert freedoms and return the state to a near normal place to live. This is how and why the New South Wales Premier has been able to take the lead and invite vaccinated Australians back into the state from November 1, and why residents will be able to travel abroad. All of which seems to be upsetting the risk-averse government of Queensland. Today, Deputy Premier Stephen Miles couldn't help himself. He claimed that New South Wales was going off the plan.
What Queenslanders know is that we will continue to take the health advice as we have done throughout, and that is what New South Wales has just stopped doing. They have just abandoned the national plan and they have just stopped listening to the health advice.
Someone send him a copy, will you? What New South Wales is planning comes into effect not this week at 80%, not even at 85%. By November the 1st, the state will probably hit 90 or even 95 fully vaccinated. Today, Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt shut down any suggestion that New South Wales was veering away from the national plan.
Congratulations to New South Wales on achieving the 92% first dose and 80% second dose outcomes. We think that what New South Wales is doing is in line with the national plan. It reaffirms the national plan.
Did you hear that, Stephen? In line. The way the numbers look from here, New South Wales will hit a 95% fully vaccinated level next month, and that is gobsmacking. It's gobsmackingly incredible, that's what it is. And it can only provide other states and regions of Australia hope, real hope, that they too can achieve such a milestone and reopen the door out of this painful period in our history. New South Wales has shown how it's done and what rewards follow when you get there. After so much fear, anxiety, isolation and dislocation, it's time those in New South Wales celebrated properly, and all those who've taken vaccines should be awfully proud of what they've achieved. Now, Mother Teresa once said, "None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love and together we can do something wonderful. Something truly wonderful has just happened in the state of New South Wales. Well done to you.